Hi guys, this is Binary Options channel and I'm gonna be adding some more, I don't know, theoretical info, I think, and not like, I've read it somewhere, but how I feel it, how I know that and how I use that about some indicators. And I tried to make it earlier about some, some tools or some, I don't know how to say that, some names, of the figures. And it felt like it was too heavy. So I'm going to start with the simple things and maybe we're going to get for some more, as I love it to say, more complicated things. So let's go. And today I'm going to tell you more about the Keltner channel and how to use it, but actually all strategies with the Keltner channel, more about additional indicators than the Keltner channel. But anyway, it's better to know that than to know that, after you lost something. Let's go. So I'm actually still feeling super excited. I'm changing the period of the candle here and those periods are still there. The first indicator is going to be the Keltner channel. I use that a lot, but actually I'm going to add some more info about that because I felt that maybe it's enough, it's sufficient, when you can Google some info, but seems like I am, after all the experience that I'm actually having, can tell you, in more simple ways, in more, in more practicing ways, something like that. So the first indicator, as I told you, that was the Keltner channel. And the second one is the Arun, something sounds like funny. And what I'm going to add about the Keltner channel here. And actually, the thing that I I'm going to add some indicators more, just not only to tell you about the Keltner channel, but to show you how to use it, because it's not quite useful only, without any additional indicators. If you use that, you better add some. There's some actually classic indicators, and you can find a lot of strategies with them. Keltner channel plus ADX, like RSI plus MACD, but in that video I'm not gonna get in that simple way. I'm gonna already did that. Some more complicated indicators, but what I just wanted to tell you, the main thing about this indicator, the theory is like that the chart, the whole candles, of this chart are striving to be inside of this indicator. And at the moment when we see, for example, in the, in the higher part, when the candle is just crossing the Keltner channel and going above the Keltner channel, we are expecting the moment that that the indicators and the candles are gonna get back to the channel. But we couldn't actually predict the timing. This is so hard. Yeah, it's crossed, it went up, and then it's gonna get down. But when? And the same with the situations, with the below, with the above. So the candles just crossed, the lower part, the lower line of the Keltner channel, and we are expecting that it went down and then it's gonna get back to the Keltner channel. But when, like with this when, we are working with these additional indicators. That's why, I can predict maybe in the long terms that it's gonna be the coming back, but when it's gonna be. And with the short terms, I need some indicators to show me how drastic it's gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be the high volatility situation. Maybe it's gonna be the long fall, and I don't need to count on this coming back, any soon. So this is actually what I wanted to tell you about the Keltner channel, and this moment with the candles crossing the line, it's actually just the key thing. It's quite simple, but the simpler your indicator, the less you can use it just, in a solo. Just you can use it only this indicator. No, it's not like that. You better add something and better double check. Let's proceed to our first bet, and we're gonna see how it's gonna be working with these quite complicated indicators. So we are here, and I made my first bet, and I want you first just to check all the indicators, the additional one that we are having. So here lately we've seen the situation when the candles just crossed and went back a little bit. Can you see this huge orange candle? I don't need that. But you just see with the shaft trend cycle, it's just repeating the whole trend. With the momentum, we are seeing this high, the small, small changes, small volatilities. And with the Arun, we are playing here with this orange line, above or below, or the green line. It's better to think about the green line here. So let's see how it's going to be with this bat, and I'm going to explain you a little bit later. But actually, we are here and we are just checking. This is quite, I don't like these tense situations, but just like in a few seconds, I am quite fine with that strategy. I made it too fast, but anyway, I was just expecting on this high volatility situation, and that it's going to be changing, and still changing. And that here wasn't any long times, when it was so drastically down, and I was playing on that, and I paid for that. I got my profit, but it was too risky in that case. And so we are just here with the shaft trend cycle. We actually see that it is at the lowest point of this strategy. And with the momentum, we are actually seeing that a little bit, yep, it's getting to be just rising. And with the Arun, this green line just below the orange line, and we are actually expecting that it's gonna be the rising. Here, perfectly working. And with the Keltner channel, here it's more about the chart, more about the borders that we are expecting that in some cases, because this is, like kind of not the middle line, but this, middle trend, that it's going to be the coming back to that borders. So let's see how it's going to be for us. And what we are seeing here, perfectly working. Again, high volatility situations, and you see this green line just now above the orange line, and it started to fall. This is the key indicator for us. Let's go next. So here again, I'm trying to catch the whole situations when the candles trying just to cross the borders of the channel, and here green line just below the orange line and shaft trend cycle. You can see here, actually, it is showing that it's gonna be an upward movement, but we are with this period actually expecting that it's gonna be the drastic fall after. And the momentum just showing that it's gonna be the drastic fall after. And we are just crossing, and you see this some tiny thing with with these coming backs, and on this on this period, on this timing, we are expecting it gonna get back. Let's wait 20 seconds left. And here you may see already we are having this orange candle. In some situations when it's not so perfectly predictable and you're just trusting the indicators. It seems like, I am not controlling, but, I'm some magician. I don't know, I'm some like a psychic or something like that. But no, this is only the indicators. So please be attentive, and this strategy is quite hard. I told you the Keltner trend is not that hard, but you can actually make it more and more complicated for more complicated situations with the different additional indicators. And what we are having here, I made my bat, and I'm just gonna change the bat. Yep, and I made it for an upward movement, and I'm getting full bank. Yes, just like full bank. And here, shaft trend cycle now, green, momentum rising, and with the Arun, this green line just below the orange line. This is the So let's wait for it. And so you may actually tell me, why are we using so many indicators if actually Arun here is the key indicator and we mostly and trustfully playing only on its movements and lines? And I'm gonna reply to you, just because I want to double check. I got my profits here not only because I trust one indicator, but because I mind all of tiny things that we are having on this chart, because the bets are so high and are too high just to risk that without any double checking. I'm in the mood today, in the mood of fighting or something like that. So let's go next. So let's make it our last. And of course, just, observing all the indicators that I'm having, and the whole chart, it is trying to be a little bit more upper with all these indicators. Don't mind the momentum here. We are seeing it's going to be an upward movement, and I'm getting full bank just to end it with a huge sum on my bank account, on my Quotex account, and leave it, with this strategy. So let's wait. And this is, just again and again, the timing, and I am seeing this orange candle that I don't want to see at all. And here is the 0. Oh no. Yep. And that, anyway, I made a lot of, and anyway, I am ending with the 8,000. So in this case, why I had these zeros, some of them. Momentum was a little bit down. This is tricky. And you see this crossing of the rune. And if you know all the indicators that works with these two lines, when the crossing, it means changing of the trend. So actually, I was a little bit late. But this is nothing when I have most of my bets, profitable. And, even with the signal, sometimes you make some bets and they're just with the losses or the zero balances. But please don't play on all of that if you are not so sure. Just divide your bets. This is truly, truly important. And even with these strategies, even when you know this strategy, and you may feel that this strategy is not like my favorite one, but it's actually working. And you need to be sometimes in a mood. Sometimes the market is supposed to be correct, and it's going to be working for you too. But don't go with the full bank. This is too risky. So guys, it's done where it's done. It was, semi-profitable. I feel like, I feel sometimes too excited when I was just like, so turned up. But it was possible that I tell a lot about this strategy. It all worked out. But life is a life, and that the market is a market, and all situations, all days are different. Even 5 minutes ago, I was all excited. 5 minutes after, I'm a little bit on a moody stuff. So all all the links below this video, and I have the my chat in Telegram where I post signals and try to make it on a daily basis. You can join that, use that, and that is for free. Please give me any feedback and let's stay together.